Have you ever felt like you're just drifting through life, uncertain of your direction, unclear about your purpose, and weighed down by the chaos of modern living? Have you ever searched for clarity, only to be met with more confusion, more noise, and more emptiness? Welcome back to the channel. It's a true blessing to have you here with me. Today, we are going to explore something not only profound, but astonishingly practical. We're diving into the heart of a teaching that has illuminated the lives of countless people across generations, a teaching not wrapped in complex doctrine, but delivered through just 8 simple sentences. These are Master Hongdi's 8 realizations. Master Hongdi, also known as Li Shutong, was more than a monk. He was a musician, a poet, a painter, a scholar, a man of the world. After a brilliant worldly career, turned away from fame and wealth to devote himself entirely to the Dharma. And before he left this world, he left behind 8 short lines known as the 8 realizations of the great beings. These are not just quotes, they're lanterns. If you let them enter your heart, they can guide you out of confusion, depression, restlessness, and fear. Today, I invite you not just to understand these 8 realizations, but to feel them through stories, reflections, and real-life applications. You're going to go deep, so find a quiet space in your mind, breathe gently, and come along with me. The first realization is this: the world is impermanent, countries are fragile, bodies are prone to decay, and the mind is the source of disturbance. Birth and death follow one another, like a moment's flicker. This sentence alone could transform your entire outlook on life. Master Hongdi is telling us, don't get too attached to what will inevitably change. We see this in the news every day. Empires rise and fall. Technology revolutionizes life one day and becomes obsolete the next. Loved ones age. Our own bodies decline. And yet, most people cling to these temporary conditions as though they are permanent. A young man named Eric once came to a Zen teacher in tears. He had just lost his job. His partner had left him, and he felt like his world was crumbling. The teacher gave him this first realization to memorize. At first, he resisted. I don't want to think about impermanence. But slowly, day by day, he began to chant it like a mantra. 6 months later, he told the teacher, and now I don't see it as loss, see it as motion. Everything moves, including me. This is wisdom. The second realization is: more desire leads to more suffering. Birth, aging, illness, and death all rise from craving. Those who understand this practice contentment and let go of desires. A simple, and yet too hard to live by. We're raised to believe that more is better. More money, more recognition, more pleasure. What desire is a trap disguised as treasure. Have you ever noticed that when you finally get what you desperately wanted, you feel happy for a moment, only to want something else right after? There was a woman named Nadine in Paris who worked in luxury branding. She made 6 figures, traveled the world, and was miserable. When she read Master Hongdi's second realization, something clicked. She began volunteering at a shelter on weekends, just to feel grounded. One day, a homeless man gave her a piece of his bread. She wept. Because in that moment, she realized that generosity felt better than luxury. That letting go filled her more than accumulation ever had. The third realization is: the human mind is insatiable. Wealth brings trouble. Misery comes from wanting more. Sages are content with simplicity, joyfully dwelling in non-possession. This speaks to simplicity, and not as deprivation, but as freedom. Look around your home. How many things do you own that you haven't touched in months? How many gadgets, clothes, apps, subscriptions? And yet, how often do you feel truly full? There's a monk in Thailand who said, I only own 3 robes and a bowl, but my mind is vast. That's the goal, not less stuff for its own sake, but fewer distractions so your spirit can expand. The fourth realization is: sloth and laziness lead to degeneration. Always be diligent. Spiritual practice demands constant effort. This is where many of us struggle. In the beginning, we are inspired. We chant, we meditate, we read sutras. But then, life gets in the way. We slip. And Master Hung Yu reminds you it's okay to rest, but never to abandon your path. There's a story of a mind who made a vow to meditate every day. But after a month, he missed one day, and another, and a week passed. He gave up, feeling guilty. But his teacher said, "You didn't break your practice. You paused it. Begin again." Add to is diligence. The fifth realization is ignorance causes the cycle of rebirth. Realize the truth, and the chains fall away. What is ignorance? It's not lack of knowledge, it's misunderstanding reality, thinking we are separate, believing that what we see is all there is. Awakening begins when we question these illusions. There's a famous quote from the Diamond Sutra: "There is no self, no being, no soul, no person." When we see clearly, we stop clinging, we stop fearing, we stop hurting others because we see they are not others, they are us. The sixth realization is poverty brings hatred, and wealth creates worry. Be content with what you have, and give more than you take. Think about that. Poor people often envy, rich people often fear. The middle worry about both. But the truly free life from the heart. Teacher in New York once said, "Your bank balance is not your wealth. Your peace of mind is." Give freely, not just money, but time, attention, forgiveness. That's real wealth. The seventh realization is the five desires of wealth: sex, fame, food, sleep, lead to error. Like a blade hidden in honey, they taste sweet but cut deep. This doesn't mean we should hate pleasure. It means we should see it clearly. Pleasure is beautiful but fleeting, and if we chase it blindly, it becomes poison. Instead of rejecting pleasure, Master Hung Yu asks us to hold it lightly, to enjoy the moment, and then let it go, like watching a sunset, not trying to trap it in a jar. The eighth and final realization is the fire of samsara burns endlessly. Only awakening can extinguish it. To become a Buddhist often, aid others while awakening yourself. This is the ultimate realization, not for you alone, but for the world. True peace isn't escaping suffering, it's transforming it through service. Every time you help someone up, you rise too. This is the Bodhisattva path, to walk into the flames, not away from them. To hold out your hand to those still lost. Master Hung Yu walked this path with elegance and power, and his 8 realizations are not commandments, they are invitations. Invitations to simplicity, to stillness, to meaning, with compassion. So I invite you, tonight, tomorrow, for the rest of your life to sit with these 8 truths, not just to remember them, but to live them. So let them echo through your actions, to chant them until they become your breath. Because in a world burning with distraction, these 8 realizations are water. They are the coolness of the Dharma in a time of fever, and they are yours to drink every single day. Thank you for walking with me through this sacred reflection. If these realizations spoke to your heart, please share in the comments how they've shown up in your life. Which one hit you the hardest? Which one do you struggle with? Which one do you aspire to live fully? Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a supporter to help us keep sharing these timeless teachings. Thank you for watching this video. May these 8 realizations bring light to your confusion, peace to your heart, and strength to your journey through this fleeting world.